Welcome to Watch Hobby Shop. My name is Joe, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Citizen Eco Drive. This is a Promaster diver's watch. The reference number on this is going to be BN0162-02X. So that's Bravo November 0162-02 X-ray. So let's go ahead and let's dive down. Let's take a look at this beautiful Citizen Eco Drive watch. All right, guys, and here is the watch. It is a Citizen Eco Drive diver's watch. Absolutely beautiful color on this wave. I don't know if you guys are into gold cases. I'm not really into gold, but this works perfectly with each other. Let's go ahead, let's dive down into the specs and dimensions on this watch. So this one is going to be rated at about a 44 millimeter. Case thickness on this is not too bad, about 12 millimeter. That's not too thick. Lug to lug, or people call it wingspan, looking at about a 48, almost a 49, so that's actually a perfect size. And the band width on this is going to be, it's kind of tricky because the outside band is a bit longer than the other one. So it is actually going to be, looks like to me, a 20 mil, and it does taper down to about 18. So that's the dimensions on this watch. Now this right here, like I said, the reference number, if you guys are interested in this watch, is the BN0162-02X. Now what's really unique about this watch is, for me, is the dial. Citizen usually doesn't do dials that well. There's other companies that do dials very, very well. For this kind of watch here, it does come on a rubber strap. And as you can see, it is gold PVD coated, stainless steel back, screw down case back. This is a diver's watch, sorry about that. The reason why that I know it's a diver's watch, because if you look at any Citizen that has this little sign on the top, that is the Promaster sign, which is rated, ISO rated to 200 meters of diving. So it does have the Lume pip, it has the Lume all the way around, as well as unidirectional bezel, and this bezel actually feels really pretty good, not bad. It is an aluminum bezel. It's not a sapphire crystal. I don't think it is. It's not a sapphire, but absolutely gorgeous looking watch. The star of the show, like I said, is this dial. So I want to get a little bit closer. You guys can take a look at this color of this dial in the light. It's like a sun ray. I don't know what kind of color you'd call it, but just the gold accents. Look at the second hand, how they did that, as well as the Promaster logo. That's actually right there. It says Citizen on top, Eco Drive, Divers 200. And obviously, if you guys know about Citizen Eco Drive, it is a solar powered watch. Good thing about Citizen is that if you look at the markers on this watch, you can see that it pretty much, it hits every single mark almost exactly. See that? So attention to detail on that, which I know some companies that use cheaper movements or whatever. Citizen actually does a really good job. They're a huge collaborant company. They own Belova, they own some other companies. I believe they own, I forgot, Frederick Constant. They own a ton of different companies. So if you guys like Seikos, you guys might want to start looking into Citizen. Citizen carries some great looking watches. And like I said, this is an ISO rated diver's watch to 200 meters. It does have just a regular mineral crystal glass, no anti-reflective coating on it. It does have the screw down crown, so you can unscrew it. Nice little pop on it. It is a quartz watch, obviously, not automatic. It has a date window at the 4:30 position. It's a little small, not too bad. And it screw backs down pretty well. Good threading, good quality. Has a rubber strap. matching hardware that goes along with the case. Has kind of the stretchy part here, so that way it has a little more flexibility, I guess you could say, to this watch. There's the only thing about this watch is that, like I said, I'm a bracelet type of guy, and for some reason, the work they did on this does retail for $425, guys. If you're to buy at Citizen, obviously you can buy these a little bit cheaper. I'd say probably closer to around $300 mark. If you can get it for around $300, this is definitely worth the price for this watch. Let's go ahead and put this on the scale and see what it weighs on the rubber strap. And it only weighs 88 grams. So I don't know if you guys can see that, or 90 grams, my bad. About 90 grams on the rubber strap. So it's very lightweight. I have a 7-inch wrist. Let me back out so you guys can see exactly how this fits on the wrist. One thing I can say is that the band is a little bit stiff, but I think once it breaks in, then it'll feel a lot better. But other than that, I mean, it's not bad. It just, the band is a little stiff. I think it needs a little breaking in period. I know you can boil, like take the band off and boil it in hot water and stretch it out and stuff like that, and bend it, and then it'll become more softer and supple, you know, to be more soft on the wrist. But great looking watch. Look at the shine on this watch. Has a lot of wrist presence. 7-inch wrist. It doesn't really overhang. It's like 48 millimeters going across like that, so it's going to fit most size wrists. I'd say 6.5 all the way on up. You won't have any problems. Anything below that, it might look a little bit big, but like I said, you guys can wear whatever type of watches that you guys want. It's a great looking watch. Absolutely great looking watch. Before I forget, because I noticed that I know some people are asking about the Lume shots on these watches, and I've been neglecting doing Lume shot. So I do have my trusty handy black light here, so you guys can take a look at the Lume. Let's see how good Citizen Lume is. And obviously, I think they do Lume just as good as Seiko. Seiko is known for their Lume Bright, and Citizen actually is their direct competition, and I believe that Citizen does a beautiful, beautiful Lume. Look at that. You can't complain about that at all. That's gonna last all night long. Not a problem. So there's a lot of good to it. Like, this is a great looking watch. I think the dial on this, let me zoom in on this dial here, that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. This dial is absolutely amazing dial. Look at the contrast. Look at how they did this, like a radiant dial color. I don't know if you guys can see that, the radiance on this dial. It pops. The hands pop, indices pop. They got the round indices. They have it the gold trimming around the indices, around the date window. They even put the Lume pip also by the date window as well. So it has Lume all the way around. Attention to detail. For the price, even retailed at $425. This is a great, awesome diver's watch, and it's ISO rated as well by Citizen. And Citizen is a great company, great Japanese company. It's not too thick. Like I said, if you're not too fond of the gold, this gold actually looks pretty good. It's almost like a rose gold, but it's not too gold tone. But it's a very tasteful gold in my personal opinion. Beautiful watch. The only negatives that I'd have to say on this, I wish they would have did this all in stainless steel. The other thing is that I wish they would have had it on a stainless steel band, matching band with this. This rubber band is very stiff. Again, this might actually soften up over time, but it's not uncomfortable, but it's not like the most comfortable rubber strap that you'll find. So you might want to take this off and maybe find a different band to put on this watch. Other than that, this Citizen is actually a great watch. It's solar power, so if you guys know that Citizen EcoDrive is solar power, so this should last you at least minimum 20 years before you have to change out the capacitor. A lot of people say that you never have to change out the battery on this. That's not true. The capacitor is a rechargeable battery, so it does last approximately up to 20 years. And at that time, technically, you could find a YouTube video. I mean, I know how to do it. You can actually open up the case back and everything and change out the capacitor with a rechargeable battery, and last another 20 years. So these type of watches will last for a long time, whether it's going to be a beater watch, everyday watch. It's a great looking piece that you could wear pretty much on any occasion. I don't think it'll look off on anything. It's pretty casual looking watch as well, very sporty. I definitely highly recommend this piece to purchase. Like I said, the only negative is I don't really care for this strap here, and I kind of wish that they would have came in with a stainless steel. The bezel on this is aluminum. It's not ceramic. It's not sapphire crystal. For the $400 mark, they should be adding ceramic and also the at least a sapphire crystal on this watch. But other than that, I mean, for the price point, like I said, you should be able to find these around $300, maybe $350, depending on the condition. For that price, Citizen is getting better quality on their watches. Like with most watch brands, even the smaller brands like this, Seiko, even the micro brands, are starting to increase prices because of the tariffs. So if you get a chance to find any type of watches, and Citizen is not a slouch in the watch industry. You guys don't need to have a Swiss-made watch. Believe me, I own several watches, and I have a lot of respect for other brands, even the Japanese company brands. There's nothing wrong with the G-Shocks or anything like that. So don't let people tell you otherwise, saying that Swiss is the only watch that makes the best quality pieces, because they don't. Let me put this back on the wrist again and let you guys look at it, because I think this watch actually looks really, really good on the wrist. And I'm very surprised. I don't know if you guys ever seen this model before, but if you haven't, go to your local AD, go to any malls. Usually most malls will sell Citizen brands. Citizen's all over the place. You can't miss it. Look at that beautiful dial. And that gold actually accentuates the entire watch. And it's very classy. It's not too blingy. But look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. For the price point, you can't go wrong with this watch at all. Absolutely not. You cannot go wrong with this watch. Matching hardware. 2 keepers. They're both floating keepers on this watch. Absolutely stunning. Like I said, I think the Citizen's dial on this is probably one of the best dials, and I've seen a lot of Citizens, and I really, really love how they do this dial. What's Mr. Wonderful say? He's a dial guy. I'm kind of that way too. So if you have a really nice dial that stands out, this is the piece for you to buy. Absolutely, all day long. The other ones, if you're just simple, you want just a regular black, a regular straight blue, green, or whatever, this watch will not be for you. But if you want something different in your collection, this is the one to go with. Like I said, the reference number is BN0162-028. This is the watch to pick up for the price. Enough rambling on. I just wanted to do a quick review on this watch. Like I said, I got more positive than negative. And like I said, this by far by Citizen, it is the dial on this. The attention to detail they did on the inside of this is, they did a great job, guys. I don't know what else to say. Even has a signed crown on here as a Promaster. So Promaster series, you guys know, these are actual dive watches. So these are ISO rated. So you're getting big bang for buck for these kind of watches by Citizen. If you're not into quartz, give quartz a try. Give Citizen a try. And like I said, look at the second hand pretty much hits every single mark. So if you guys got OCD like me, I don't want to wear a quartz watch that doesn't hit every single mark. And this one is hitting the marks. So guys, until next time, keep watching my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will have more watches for you guys. Again, it doesn't matter whether you have a $10 Casio or you have a $20,000 Rolex watch. This, you can wear pretty much any type of watch to make yourself that makes you happy. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a great looking watch. And this is a classic example, guys. Absolutely classic example. I know it almost kind of looks bronze. I don't think this is bronze. I cannot find out exactly, but I'm almost positive, because otherwise it would have patinaed by now and started oxidizing if this was bronze. But it's kind of a PVD coated. I'm almost 100% sure, because it still shows the same color and everything. But for some reason they have the back as stainless steel and the rest is like that different type of gold color tone. But anyways, enough rambling on, guys. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down in the comments down section and below. And I do appreciate you guys' support, those who have been joining to check out the watches that I've been reviewing. I give my personal and honest opinion. I don't script anything. So if I stumble and mumble or whatever, please bear with me. That's just my style. I love watches, all types of watches. It doesn't matter if they're Swiss made, Japanese, German, micro brands, name brands, whatever. I have respect for pretty much all watches. Yes, I do have opinions on other watches I don't like, and if I don't like it, I will tell you guys that on the channel. Is this a purchase for you guys to make? This is definitely a great purchase to make. If you guys like a dial, a different type of style dial that's beautiful, go ahead and pick this piece up. Do not hesitate. Or try it on at your local AD or the mall or wherever that carries Citizen, which is pretty much at every type of jewelry store you can find. Find this piece and put it on your wrist and look at the dial on this in person. It's hard to show on camera, but believe me, this is absolutely gorgeous. Until next time, guys, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.